One of the things that we would like to show in the morning is that the S&P banking index has got some good positive green action here, which is helping out the broader S&P 500 get up to that 1320 handle, where either it's going to take these financials to break those through there. So we got S&P financials. Another thing we're going to take a look at in the first hourly trade is where is the semiconductor chain today. And we are looking at in here, it's a broad base one, but the thing that we like to see is that the financials and that the semis are working. Let's take a look at the semiconductor. So we got the ones that are a little bit negative, but see, we do have some positive readings in here. And so we're kind of looking across the board is, it was the semis that had let it down. So we got that in the financials. That's the capital equipment semis. Semiconductor devices are so we're catching a bid to that and the financials. So we just want to make sure that, let's take a look over here related to the consumer and the casino index. Here in the casino index we have red. So, but that casino index we just wanted to look at because it's more importantly is Dow Jones transports. We have some green here. Okay, that means that the Dow transports are trying to contribute to the GJT. That's the index up 33 on that Dow transports. This NASDAQ transports also a major factor, and we have some positives on the TRANX here. Okay, not a lot, but a little bit, even amongst all of the high oil. That's why we're looking at what's going on in a couple of those sectors on the first hourly trade. The technology, we're going to take a look at the interactive week index. That's what it's called. Here we got Google's in this one here, Netflix, Digital River. These are the ones that are in here. So basically the ones that aren't performing is Amazon, FFIV, RIM. You see that's price line of narrow range pullback. The positive ones remain here. And what's working here, and Google is trying to hold its mud there at 583 right across here, Google. So we can see what's going on there. The Morgan Stanley Technology Broader Index is, we do have some positive names in here: Google, IBM, Apple, NVIDIA, ADI, Texas Instruments, combination of some semis in there. But once again, the drag is RIM and CRM today and things of this nature. This is in the first hourly trade, by the way. The GSTI internet is more of it's a smaller one here. We got Google, Netflix, and whatnot. The ones that are getting the lead here is Netflix is leading the way. So, having said that, we want to take a look at the disk drives. Disk drives are like EMC, SanDisk. There's a combination of different ones, but we're just seeing in the technology, and the computer technology is important to us. So basically, we can see where, once again, wow, even in the computer technology, here we go. Google's also in this index. Okay, those are just a few of the ones that we wanted to really look for. The software is important as well. These are software companies in here. Okay, and these are the negative ones here. NA stands for that they've been bought out. They're no longer in the index. I just haven't taken them out. So we can see some of the other ones that are contributing. Microsoft being slightly down on the day. It's in that sector. Just that we like to know where that is. And let's take a look at the first hourly trade in the gold and silver, because that's been getting a haircut. Look at here. Well, it's not so bad now, but there was a couple of names in here. PASS, PAAS, and then that GOLD. That was in the trade on the New York Stock Exchange. So let's take a look at our commodities. Okay, you've got green, so you got kind of people moving in here. Potash was on the gap up. These are listed stocks. A lot of these are good for MMTs. So we have a little bit of positive there. Now natural gas Well, looky here in the natural gas arena. So basically, there are some leaders in here. So we just have a little bit of idea of what some of that positive is. Uh, Deutsche Bank Energy. Here's some of the names here, some of the things. And this is all in the first hour and 7 minutes of Monday morning. Basically, Monday morning MMTs, I just would like to know where that Monday morning trade is. And that's the Morgan Stanley Oil Services. Here's just oil services. And you can see here in the oil services, we're catching a bid there. In the key BW banking, we like to see the banking because that's what it's going to take to make higher highs in the S&P. As far as they must be a contributing factor, right along with the S&P banking, we already did that. Food and agriculture, we can get into the fertilizer here. Here are the names. Mosaic was on the gap up. You know, Potash was there this morning. They're not moving big, but in the restaurant arena, has the consumer been walking away from here? Look at all these restaurants. CMG, once again, these are the restaurateurs. They're going to have to deal with this higher prices to buy and sell food to you, that is. So basically, restaurants are, you know, not all that great. In that retail sector, let's take a look at the Morgan Stanley consumer. Okay, so there are some slight gains across here in that particular Morgan Stanley consumer. But let's go to the retail, straight up retail. So we can see where the retail is catching a small bid to help the opening hourly rally, and it is. You know, whatever it comes out to be with high oil later on, hey, that's a later down the road picture, and how we would be eventually, if that does happen, of course, we'd be looking at shorting a lot of these. Real estate, on the other hand, let's go to the housing sector. Well, they're catching a bid there, and financials and beaten down housing sector. Let's take a look and see if there's any REITs. Today, the REITs are getting kind of not, well, there's a little bit across the board. Healthcare, on the other hand, the healthcare index itself, it's got a little bit of a bid to it. So the healthcare's got a little bid to it. Not bad for what the tape is doing on the opening bell. Dow Jones, one of the things we're going to look at here, which we already have, is this Dow Jones Industrial Average, where there's 30 stocks in here. We can kind of see what they're doing. We can see who's adding a bid to the tape and whatnot. So we have a broader opening picture there. The Dow Jones Composite itself is this one. You can see the participants here. So you got IBM, you got FedEx leading the way in here for your Dow points on the Dow. JP Morgan's in there. You know, these are the big daddies that they have in that Dow Jones Composite. These are the ones that are contributing some of the broader base move. We'll conclude the walk around for now.